All right, Shalom. I had to take a pause, but pick up where I left off at. This is going back. I already had finished up that point about practicing what we preach, okay? And that's just basics. You know, nobody likes a hypocrite which is an actor, all right? Giving orders but not taking them, however you want to put it. This is going back to Matthew. Let's see. Man. All right, here we go. Matthew 19 and 20. The young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? All right. Yahweh said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, okay, go and sell that thou hast. Okay. It's not perfect in the law. Nobody can be perfect in the law. Okay. We want to be perfect in a sense of being justified through Yahweh. Sell what thou hast. Okay, so sacrifice has to be made. Okay. This man got riches. Let Yahweh, okay, is telling them in order to be saved, you're gonna have to give up, okay, things of the flesh. Sell what thou hast and give to the poor. You know, you're going to have to trim your ways. You're going to have to trim off the flesh. Sell what you got, which I'm pretty sure he worked hard for it. We all, you know, we working hard too for the things that we have to provide for the brotherhood, all right, which is serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh and our families. But it's certain things that you got on you that's extra that you don't need. Give it up. Because all we need is our basics, the basics. Sell what thou hast and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. So Yahweh is giving this man a test. Will he put his riches before me? Okay? Because the scripture said no man can serve two masters. Let's get that. This is Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. So in the beginning, it seems harmless that you serving the world. You got to serve the world, use the world and not abuse it. But it seems harmless. Okay, I got these goods and these possessions. But eventually, you keep on working towards it and putting your efforts into your life. It's going to consume you. Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. And this is a true statement. No matter how smart you think you are, or how much you think you got it under control, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon, because eventually it will destroy you. Okay? Sowing to the flesh. This is Galatians 6 and verse 8. For he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. So do you have faith that if you give up your possessions, You give up this life that the Most High take care of you, okay? All we have to work for is our daily bread and not to serve mammon, which is money, okay? Because brothers could take away from the work, take away from going to camp, take away from doing the videos. You taking away to do that, you taking away from your salvation in order to get more money or serve something else. Please your flesh. Galatians 6:8, for he that soweth to the flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's what Yahweh Shai said to the man. But if you want to receive life, you got to keep the commandments, which is the kingdom of heaven. You got to sow to the Spirit, okay? The spiritual things, the word of the Most High. You got to serve that, okay? And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not, okay? Because some men start the race. A fainting is you getting tired over time. And men in this truth, they get tired over time, okay? It said, let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And if you faint, if you get weak, okay, you succumb to the pleasures of the flesh, then you're not going to be protected in the time of Jacob's trouble, nor saved when Yahweh shall come back on the chariots, so-called UFOs. All right? So like it. Man, I want to stay on this point right here. Let's see. Let's see. Romans 6:13. Neither yield your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourself unto the Most High as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto the Most High. Make sure the Most High is first. Let's go back to Matthew. Matthew 19:25. When the disciple heard it, what's Salakia? Matthew 19:22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Because he didn't have faith that if he gave up what he had, that Yahweh Shah would give it back in the kingdom. Okay? He didn't believe that. Ultimately, he didn't believe it. Okay? He didn't want to put off the flesh and the pleasures that it brings for a short time to follow Yahweh Shah, to keep the discipline of in the teachings of the scriptures, which discipline means teachings. He didn't want to put away his possessions, the joy that his possessions bring. Okay? For Yahweh Shah. To follow him. Right now we're following Yahweh Shah. They're doing what he told us, commanded us to do. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. Then said Yahweh Shah to his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Hey, dog. It says, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Yahweh said unto him, Verily I say unto you that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit, said so in the regeneration. When in the generations to come, when Yahweh come back, okay, because we regenerate, we come back through the gene, which is the sperm, the seed of man, okay? When we come back, when we play our role again, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So that's our goal, to sit on thrones with Yahweh, to be joint heirs. You're going to have Yahweh, King David. Yahweh on earth, King David, the 12, the rest of the elect. Okay, the 144,000, the rest of the elect, and then the rest of Israel will rule the earth. Okay, it says, everyone that have forsaken houses. So you didn't put all your time, your energies, and your efforts for a house. Offer your brothers in the world, or your sisters, or your father, or your mother, or a wife. And that's a big one. Because when you go read First Ezra, the 4th chapter, the Most High and the truth is the most powerful thing in the earth. And then guess what's after that? The woman, man. All right? The woman in this life, in the life to come, it's going to be men. But as mortal men, okay, we have a tendency, okay, in this flesh to put women on a higher level than ourselves. It's happened throughout the old times until now. Men have become servants for women's sake. Okay? It says, for children, people blame leaving the truth on their families. People blame not coming into the truth to follow Yahweh on their families. I got a family. But guess what comes first? Just work. So what? I make sacrifices. Sometimes do I want to sit there and spend a little bit more time with my family because I put in 55 hours at Esau goddamn job, the so-called white man, okay, workplace, building up his piece of shit kingdom, keeping it afloat. Do I want to just sit down sometimes and just raise my children? Yeah. But I got work to do, okay? It's a balance, all right? And the balance don't always mean 50-50. It says, lands for my name's sake shall receive an 100-fold and shall inherit eternal life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And Yahweh, he don't want no excuse. This is Luke 14:16. Then said unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many. Okay, and this is the supper is being prepared for the marriage supper of the Lamb. Okay, the supper is prepared. What's the supper? There's wisdom. It says, and bade many. That's many of the Israelites. Many are called, few are chosen. And sent his servants, the prophets, at supper time to say to them that were bidden, come, for all things are now ready. And they, with one consent, began to make excuses. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground. I must needs go and see it. I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have brought 5 yoke of oxen. I go to prove them. I pray thee have me excused. Another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. So that servant came and showed his Lord these things. Then the master of the house, which is Yahushua, being angry, said to his servants, Go out quickly into the streets and the lanes of the city and bring in hither the poor, the maimed, the halt, and the blind. And the servant said, Lord, it is done as I commanded us, yet there is room. Okay, so excuses piss Yahushua off. Okay, you can't come and serve me and eat of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, to get fed with these nutrients, this life, it piss Yahushua off. I finish out the verse. It says, And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out to the highways and the hedges. That's what we doing. And compel then them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper. Okay? So if you don't want to partake with Yahushua's supper, okay, he'll kick you out. Take the wisdom away from you. Lord willing, this session was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakwadash Brakathum Shalom.